All right. We should be good. We should be live. And just like that, we are. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Barry, how's it going, my man? Hello, all you beautiful people. We have a very, very important game tonight with Seattle versus the Niners. This game is to decide the NFC West champion and the NFC champion, the first seed, the home field advantage for the playoffs, the bye week. This game is massive, massive implications, and we are here for it. And if you can't see my lovely over here, my lovely picture that I chose over this way. Oh, there we go. This one, we just had to give a little homage so the Niners remember exactly how it feels to get hit. Bam, bam, can. Well, Barry, I hope it gets better. If it has been better, I hope it gets better, man. All right, so I think we're a little ahead of schedule at the moment. They're doing the God Bless America right now. So we got Craig Morgan singing that. I will say I gotta give compliments when they're due, and the Niners rivalry uniform looks solid. I do not hate it. So it's gonna be, I mean, I think this is gonna be a good game. I've been watching so many statistics of both of these two teams, and I'll tell you what, on paper, it's Seattle's game to lose. But we'll have to see what happens. I mean, this is gonna be an epic game. Um, Kobe Bryant is not active today. Our one of our safeties is not active today. He is out. Charles Cross, our tackle, he is out. Um, on the Niners side, they don't have wide receiver Ricky Pearsall, and they don't have their tackle Trent Williams. So you got a Pro Bowl tackle and a wide receiver out for the Niners, and you've got a I don't know if Charles Cross has been in the Pro Bowl. I'm not sure. Um, but he should have been. So a very talented tackle in Charles Cross, and then our Pro Bowl safety. All right, now we got the national anthem. Oh, I'm really hoping we get that revenge for you, man. That was an epic game. Honestly, it was just neither defense could come up with a stop. That's really what it came down to. Obviously, I didn't see the ending of that game. I just saw the highlights, but that was a game. Okay, just making sure both my streams are good. Oh, I forgot about Kick. I always forget about Kick. Let's see how Kick's doing. Make sure everything's good over there. My I need to upgrade my multi-stream capabilities on OBS because there's things that it should be doing that it's not. Right got torched all game. Great at takeaways aside from that game, but a liability in coverage. It's never good to have a liability in coverage. All right. Kick is clean. Twitch is clean. YouTube is clean. We are looking good and we are about to kick off. This is going to be an epic game. I am so excited. I'm nervous. I'm very nervous, but I'm excited. You got the best defense, and I say the best because statistically they are better than the Texans. Um, Even though the Texans are incredible as well, I will not shun them. But you got the best defense in the league going against Purdy, who is red hot. But I don't know, with Trent Williams being gone, I really think that there's uh, plenty of pressure that's going to be had from this Seahawks front four. Leonard Williams, I mean, you want to talk about incentive? If he gets 2 sacks this game, he gets $1 million. So you're telling me that in 60 minutes, if you're Leonard Williams, 60 minutes, you get 2 tackles, you get $1 million payday. I am playing my hardest. So we'll see what happens there. And then as far as the offensive side, if you look at Sam Darnold, he's got 1.5 million in incentives today. He's got to throw for 150 yards and 3 touchdowns, and that's $1 million, and then another 500,000 for I think completion percentage, or no, quarterback rating. If his quarterback rating is over 100, he gets 500K, and he's at 99.2 or 99.7. Like it's right there. It's within 1 point. So if Seattle plays clean, we're going to be paying some people tonight. But kickoff has not happened yet. I was under the assumption that kickoff was at 8 p.m. Eastern, and currently we do not have a kickoff. I mean, that's what it says. It does indeed say 8 p.m. Eastern. So they're just a little delayed on that, but who cares? This game is going to be epic. This game is going to be insane. And we're here for it, the whole thing. I feel a lot better today. Hell yeah, that's awesome, Barry. Doogie, I really wish I could show you the game, but I don't want the NFL to sue me. So unfortunately, this is what it is. I appreciate you for chatting and saying hello. Um, but yeah, unfortunately, this is what you're gonna see. It's just me talking and giving my play-by-play reaction. So I apologize if that's not what you're looking for, but I don't I'm not poor, but I'm not rich enough for that. So sorry. Hey, Wesley Bones, thank you very much for the follow. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I hope you stick around and watch the stream. That's incredible. Thank you so much. And Barry, that's awesome. You could watch the game on your phone. Just don't give anything away, 'cause the stream I'm watching is free and it's like 30 seconds behind live. So I don't want to pay. I think it's like $1,000 or something like that to watch every single NFL game. If you want to watch every single one of them, it's like $1,000. It's like 500 for YouTube, and then all the other monthly subscriptions you got to pay for. All right, Seattle gets the ball first, and the kick is underway. It's about 2 yards deep in the end zone, and Shaheed, is that Shaheed? Oh, we got a flag already. It's a touchback, so it should be at the 35, but there is a flag. One play, one flag. I really hope this is not indictive, illegal, illegal formation by the Seahawks. 5 yard penalty. They'll get the ball at the 30. I hope this is not what this night is going to be. I hope that it's not going to be flag, 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 but we shall see. All right, Sam Darnold in the offense. Here we go. Darnold's out of the shotgun with Walker in the backfield. The snap. Darnold's looking to throw. It's Shaheed. for 3 yards. Gets hit hard out of bounds, but it's a gain of 3 and a completion. And I'll tell you what, it is loud there. All you're hearing right now is defense, defense. It is loud. All right, here we go. 2nd and 7. Darnold under center, K9 in the backfield. Tight end in motion. Hands it off to Walker, who's bouncing to the right. He's got room. He's got a first down and gets pushed out of bounds 2 yards after the first down. A gain of 8. All right. Nice 8-yard run. We got a nice completion. Nice 8-yard run after that. I like it. So we're going to have a 1st and 10 at our own 41. All right. Darnold under center. Shaheed in motion. Walker in the backfield. Fakes the handoff. Throws it to Walker. Walker's running. He might get tripped up. No, he's got 15. He runs over a defender. 20-yard gain by Kenneth Walker after the reception. I'm going to get yelled at. I'm absolutely going to get yelled at tonight. My kids are getting ready to go to sleep. My wife is going to get mad at me. But this game is that important. That was just a dump off to Walker for 21 yards. Nice. 20 yards, sorry. All right, Shaheed in motion. Darnold under center. Charbonnet's in the backfield now. Charbonnet takes it, and he's up the middle, and he got tripped up at the line, but just dove Superman for about 6 yards. And the Niners faithful are still yelling defense. I wonder if they're looking for it because it's not on the field at the moment. All right, we're going to have a 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4 on the Niners 33. Darnold under center, Charbonnet in the backfield. You got JSN in motion. He's stationary on the left side. Handoff to Charbonnet, and he gets absolutely walloped at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Not a loss on the play, but not a gain. So we're going to have a 3rd and 4. So Seattle is, I think, one of the worst teams on 3rd down. So we need to establish that we're going to convert 3rd downs in this game. We need to convert this 3rd down. They're already talking about us taking a field goal. It's 3rd and 4. You got Charbonnet to the left of Darnold, who's in the shotgun. The snap. He's looking to throw. He's got the first down. Tight end Saubert gets about 7 yards, maybe 8. So just like that, we are 1 for 1 on 3rd down. That's what we need. All right. That was nice. I thought Darnold was going to go down. It looked like Lucas might have gotten away with a slight hold there. Not egregious, but he was locked up. All right. 1st and 10 at the 24. You got Darnold under center. You got Robbie Oots right behind him, followed by Walker. Oots picks up the block. Walker goes to the left and gets about 9 yards. Okay, they're calling it 8. But hell, 8 yards on a 1st and 10. Now we are in the red zone. And I'll tell you what, you could still hear the Niners faithful yelling defense, but it has faded. It is not as loud as it once was. All right, we got a 2nd and 2 in the red zone at the 16-yard line. You know, Charbonnet in the backfield. They hand it off to Charbonnet. Charbonnet's making something happen, and he gets another first down and gets about 6 yards total. He's down. It is now 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. Seattle is making a methodical drive right now. We are 5 minutes into the 1st quarter, They have done runs, they have done passes, they have done dump offs, they have done streaks. Well, not streaks, slants. There's been a little bit of everything on this drive here. All right, first and goal at the 10. Darnold's under center. Barner on the left. Charbonnet in the backfield. Darnold's looking to pass. It's away. It was to JSN, and it's looking like pass interference on the defense in the end zone. That's going to put us at the 1 yard line. Yep. So defense number 2, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I need to figure that out because he talked a lot of shit about how he wanted JSN in this game. He wanted to defend him. He wanted to shadow him. And JSN's first target, and he gets called for pass interference. Lenore, that's his name, Lenore. Oh wow, Barry, that's interesting. First and goal at the 1. Darnold under center. You got Oots and then Charbonnet. He's going to throw. Don't take the sack. Darnold takes the sack for a 13-yard loss. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? He had Charbonnet. Charbonnet was wide open. I don't think he saw him. Charbonnet was open. All right. Second and goal at the 12. Charbonnet in the backfield. Darnold under center. It is a... Ooh. Charbonnet takes it. Gets to the 7. And we're going to have a third and goal at the 7. All right, big third down here. Second third down of the drive. This is a 10-play, 63-yard drive, and it has been 6 minutes and 40 seconds in the making. All right, first and goal, it's closer to the 8. Or third and goal, it's closer to the 8. And they got to call a timeout. Seattle had to call a timeout. They were just absolutely discombobulated. They didn't know what was going on with that play call there. Yep, Seattle could not get lined up there. There was a lot of confusion on that communication there. All right, so we're going to have a third and goal here. Still waiting on this third and goal. Did Bobo just come in? Jake Bobo just came in. He's like wide receiver 4 on the depth chart. But he has made some plays. If you're a Seahawks fan, you know who he is. All right, Darnold is out of the shotgun. Third and goal at the 7. Charbonnet to his left. It's a handoff to Charbonnet, who gets met at the 5. And that's all he's getting. It's an interesting play call there. I don't understand that play call, but it's a fourth and goal at the 5. And Seattle's going for it. Oh my God. Charbonnet got met at the 5 and just went nowhere else. Gain of 3. Oh no, they gave it to him at the 4. So it's fourth and goal at the 4. This is interesting. This is very interesting. All right. You've got 3 receivers, a tight end. The pass broken up, incomplete. They're not calling a flag. It was intended for Cup, and that is a turnover on downs. Def Niners are going to have it on their own 5. I'm really hoping that doesn't bite us in the ass later on. They had three. All right. Well, that's the first drive. That is the first drive, and Seattle comes away empty. It was a nice drive, had everything, but instead of taking the three, they decided to go for it all, and it didn't work out. So hopefully that three doesn't bite us, and we will see what happens. So now the Niners are going to get the ball at their own 5 yard line. That's a heck of a difference. If it's really a 2 minute difference, that's a big difference. Excuse me. Wow, that is a big difference, man. Well, you get to tell me how I'm doing then. I hear a coughing baby. Yeah, I can hold it. Look. Hello. Say hi, everybody. Hello. I don't want to sleep. Oh, you need you need to get rid of that. Oh, you you just took a bath. Oh, stop it. You just took a bath. You smell like a clean baby. Clean. You're so clean. Yeah, I know. You're looking at my headset and you're gonna grab the microphone again. I appreciate that. All right, so they're showing the last play. It looked like Bobo. No. Okay, so they're showing the replay, and it does kind of look like the cornerback might have grabbed Cup's arm, but I'm not. I'm okay with a no call there. Barry says hello. Say hello, hello, hi. Mm. Oh, and we got McCaffrey up the middle, and oh, okay, be careful. Do not suplex him. That is a penalty. That was Murphy on the stop there for a gain of 2. Byron Murphy the second, our first round pick from 2 years ago. Yeah, boop. Your cheeks are a little rosy. You need some lotion. You need some lotion on them. All right, Purdy out of the shotgun. It's going to be a pass. And the pass is caught at the 11, and they are, oh my God, I haven't seen a Seattle defense hitting this hard since the Legion of Boom. Wow. There are just 4 Seahawks there, and they just absolutely stood him up and just kept hitting him. So I don't even know who that was. They were on him so quick I couldn't even see the numbers. But that would look like a gain of 3, and it's going to be 3rd and 3. All right, buddy. I love you. Here, let's call one more play together. Hopefully we get a 3 and out. All right. Purdy's in the backfield. He's looking to pass. He throws, and it is incomplete. No penalty. Give me a high five. Give me a high five. Yeah, we got it. They stopped him. All right. I love you. You have a good night. All right. You have a good night, buddy. Ah, that was all drool. I love you. All right. So there you have it. Seattle turns the ball over on downs at the 5, but then forces a 3 and out. That was only a minute and 15 possession. They only got 7 yards of offense there. The punt is away. Shaheed gets it at the 39, and he did not get tripped up. He gets it to the 49, so it's a return of 10. There was a lot of bodies flying around. There is a flag where the ball was snapped. Oh no. Oh no. Face mask on the offense. The kicking team. 15-yard penalty on the end of the run. We are going to have the ball inside the 40. It'll be at like the 36-yard line of the 49ers. Oh, yeah. That is a face mask. Yep. Good call there. He like tried to tackle him with the face mask. Damn. I did not throw my child away from me. My wife is not the biggest fan of being on the camera, so she comes far enough behind me. We measured out where she can be without this picking her up, and she came around to the right side of my PC, and I tossed the baby away. It's like, all right, love you, bye, good luck. Oh man, so that was an interesting. I mean, so this is going to be interesting, right? So Seattle had three. They could have had 3 points. They didn't kick the field goal, but they held the Niners to a three and out. They only got 7 yards, so they got to the 12, punted it. There was a 10-yard return on the punt and a face mask, so it was 25 yards on a 48 punt. So they're getting the ball back at the 36, and they wouldn't have that if they kicked it off after 3 points. So if you don't get a touchdown here, you screwed yourself by not kicking earlier. So we'll see what happens. But Seattle had a close to an 8-minute long possession, and the Niners only had like a minute and 15. So we'll have to see what happens with this next Seahawks possession. They're in amazing field position. I don't think that they're going to get the ball back in this field positioning more like better field positioning for the rest of the game. So, dude, I would have been the same way if I thought that was what happened. Absolutely. Because now it's funny because like when obviously I'm holding him and talking to my wife, I'm not thinking about it. But how my camera's set up, it's literally the edge of the stream is right here. So it's just like that's great. All right, so Seattle has the ball at the 35. They put it at the 35, so they marked him down. They marked Shaheed down at the 50. So at the 35, you've got Darnold under center. You got Robbie Oots fullback, and then Kenneth Walker. Barner's on the right. All right, and it is going to be a handoff to Walker, who took off like a bat out of hell, but he did get wrapped up and only got a gain of 3. Well, at least you know I wouldn't do that. 7 minutes, 37 possession without points to start the game. Disappointing, no points, but owning the ball for that long, wear out their defense. All right, Darnold under center. He's looking to throw. He lets it fly. JSN gets it, gets a 5-yard gain, and it's going to be 3rd and 2. So if Seattle goes 3 and out right now, so if they do get stopped right here, you're kicking it. So this should end in points for Seattle. Should. All right, Walker's on the sideline. He will not be in on this play. 3rd and 2. Cup in motion. Darnold under center with Charbonnet in the backfield. Charbonnet gets it, and he will get the first down. And he's at the 10. He's at the 5. And it is a touchdown. Touchdown, Seattle. Charbonnet coming through with the 27-yard rushing touchdown. And that is all us up there. All us. 6. 6 points. That's us. Hell yeah. Beautiful run. Beautiful blocking. I mean, Charbonnet bounces out to the left. Barner had the one guy. Charbonnet does a little Euro step and breaks the tackle by whoever number 6 is. Touchdown Seattle. 6 points. All right, the extra point is up and it is good, and we are up by 7. Good job, Seahawks. That was great. Now, I won't say that it should be 10 nothing. When did we acquire Charbonnet? We got him in a draft. I think the draft after Walker. So I'm Googling it. He's 24. We got him. Hold on. I'm pretty sure we got him after Walker. So we got him in the second round of the 2023 draft. And Walker, Walker, we got in the 2022 draft. So yes, it was Walker Charbonnet. I knew it was Walker Charbonnet, and Walker was the 41st pick. So Walker's a year older than Charbonnet, and we got them both in the second round. So 2022 for Walker and 2023 for Charbonnet. Picks 41 and 52. Yes, he does sound like one. I can't tell you how many analysts I've heard and how many um, commentators, just like people that do, recaps and stuff. Whenever he gets a touchdown, they're like, "Oh, that's a tall glass of Charbonnet." I'm just like, Jesus Christ. Because Charbonnet is spelt slightly different instead of ET. So it's Charbonnet for Zach Charbonnet, the player, ends in ET. Charbonnet, the drink, ends in AY. And Charbonnet is a wine that was drunk. That's interesting. Yeah, Charbonnet is a wine. So he sounds like wine because he is named after wine. And he's playing the Winers. He is good, man. He is really good. It's weird because Kenneth Walker is good as well, but Charbonnet is, I don't know how to explain it. Like they complement each other, but it's hard to defend having both of them, honestly. All right, and it's going to be a touchback. So the Niners will now get the ball at the 35. So they got the ball at the 5. They gained 7 yards. Now they're getting it at the 35, and we'll see how it is. All right. Here we go. First and 10 at the 35. You got Purdy in the backfield out of the shotgun, and CMC hands it off to CMC, who gets tripped up and touched down after a gain of 2. So it's going to be a 2nd and 8. Very, very good so far. All right, 2nd and 8. Same setup. Purdy out of the shotgun. CMC to his left. It's going to be a pass. And Purdy's getting pressured. And we get the sack. Derek Hall for the sack. Only only a loss of 1. Only a loss of 1. So there was a blitz there. It was 5 people. They usually rush 4. So it was Derek Hall for the sack. Only a loss of 1 because Purdy started to break free to run, and Hall got him from behind before the line of scrimmage. All right, And oh, is it Lawrence? Lawrence was right there. All right. And it looks like it's going to be another three and out. Jawan Jennings got 7. Are they staying out there? The offense is. Okay, no, they're not. Okay. I was to say there ain't no way. It's 4th and 1. It's 4th and 1, but I mean, they were at their own 43. I mean, ugh. You don't want to give it up there. We saw what just happened when they had a short field, so. Hell yeah, Seahawks. Hell yeah. All right, the snap, the hold, the punt. Almost blocked. Maybe not almost. It looked good. Fair catch called for at the 18-yard line by Shaheed. All right, Seattle. Okay. Okay. We've had 2 possessions. We've had the ball for about 10 minutes. We've got a touchdown. Possibly could have had a field goal. Very nice. 2 3 and outs. All right, let's put something else on the board. Just put the pressure on Purdy a little bit more. We got a sack. That's great. This is looking nice. I like this. See if we could keep it going. Hey, Kalman, I appreciate the sub. I sincerely apologize it took me 20 minutes to get to you. I, you deserve better. I apologize there, Kalman. My issue is no excuse, obviously. Um, However, I was looking at uh, I've got 3 monitors, right? And my activity that shows who follows, who subscribes, is all the way tucked away in the left. And my chat's to the right. So now I just overlaid the activity to my chat. So I do apologize for the delay, but nonetheless, I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. All right, this is looking good. I mean, so far so good. Coach had faith in the defense. Yeah, I mean, it's like I said earlier, man. So it's kind of like if they had just gotten the 3, then they would have kicked it off. The Niners would not have been pushed back against their goal line. So that's added pressure. So by Seattle not getting that, they not only were able to force a 3 and out at the 12-yard line for the Niners, but on the punt, it was a short punt because he was backed up in the end zone, and there was a penalty on it for a face mask. So then the Seahawks get the ball at the 35 of the opposition. So honestly, it kind of helped by not kicking the field goal. I mean, it's hard to kind of like explain that, and I know nobody else is really going to agree with that. I know you might, but a lot of people aren't going to agree with that. Anyway, here we go. 1st and 10 at the 18. Darnold's under center. You got Oots and then K9. And the handoff to Walker, who's bullet out of a gun. And he gets caught from behind after a gain of 25. Oh man, and they just said Seattle is averaging 8 yards per carry. So that's what? That's 5, that's 10, that's 15. That looks like 20 yards. 20-yard gain by Kenneth Walker. Oh boy, it was. It was 20 yards. 87 rushing yards so far. 8.7 yards per rush. All right, and the hands off to Walker again, but he's going to get stopped after only a gain of about half a yard. Absolutely. It could have been kicked or blocked, or missed or blocked. Unlikely, yes, they probably would have taken a 5-yard penalty to back it up just a little bit, but unlikely, yes. But I think it's more the positioning that they got the ball after the three and out. I think that was important. Pressuring the Niners in their own end zone. All right, Darnold out of the shotgun. The throw's away, and it's to Jackson Smith and Jigba who catches it. First down, 11 yards at midfield. And I'll tell you what, Seattle's, mm, Seattle's looking good. Seattle's looking like a complete team. Seattle looks like they want the first seed. All right, at midfield, first and 10. Darnold's out of the under center. Charbonnet in the backfield. The snap. The handoff to Charbonnet, who's going to get met at he met at the line of scrimmage, but he gets thrown 2 yards ahead. So, all right. And that might be the end of the first quarter. There's 16 seconds left. There's no need to run another play. Oh, that's interesting. They're calling him down at the line of scrimmage. You got, are they going to run a play? Are you kidding me? Did they just, there's a false start by Seattle. So, that's interesting. It was the end of the quarter, and then there's a false start by Seattle. So, that didn't look like a penalty. That was odd. So now there's 1 second on the game clock. 2nd and 15. And now it's the end of the quarter? That was interesting. That was a weird way to end the quarter. But that is the end of the first quarter. Seattle 7. We're going to come back to a 2nd and 5 at their own, or 2nd and 15 at their own 45. And I can honestly see Seattle being very dangerous in the playoffs. So, there's a commercial break. I'm going to be right back. I need a drink. I am thirsty. I'm talking way too much. But you know what? I'll bring the headset with me. So this game is looking pretty damn good so far. But, of course, the drink I want to get is in the back of my fridge. So, of course, I have to dig it out. And I'm going to be with you guys all night long. Well, not all night, obviously, until the end of the game. Even though I have work early as fuck. So that's going to be really good. So let's see, this game will be over no later than, I mean, it should be like 11:30 my time. Then I gotta wake up in 4 hours. Alright, I'm back. I have a drink. Alright, beautiful. Like I said, this has been going well. So, Seattle is in an odd position right now, 2nd and long. Okay, that's an interesting one. Alright, 2nd and 15. At the 46, Darnold out of the shotgun. It's going to be a pass. And it is to JSN, who slips a tackle. And he's going down the line. Please, they whistled him out of bounds. JSN ran all the way to the end zone, but they're saying he stepped out. There it is. Okay, so his heel went out by 2 inches. Man. All right, so it is first and 10. I don't know how long. I don't know how long that catch was. All right, it's a run by Charbonnet who's gonna cut up and he's gonna get a first down and he is bulldozing people. They are just another first down. I'm telling you, I'm afraid to get ahead of myself, but the Seahawks look good right now. San Francisco's had 6 plays and Seattle's had 10 first downs. All right, and it's going to be a throw. Darnold has all day. He's finally getting pressured. He's running to the right and throwing. Goes in the direction of Charbonnet, but Charbonnet is not a receiver, and that was a bullet. It was just over his head. Charbonnet is also a little short. All right, so it's going to be a 2nd and 10 at the 26. So that was good coverage by San Francisco. All right, 2nd and 10. Under center is Sam Darnold. You got the fullback and then Kenneth Walker. Oots and then Walker. Walker gets it, and it's not looking good. A loss of 5, maybe 6. Oh, they're calling it a loss of 4. Loss of 4. Okay. So we're gonna have 3rd and long here. This is gonna be a challenge for Seattle, guys. It's gonna be a challenge for Seattle here. 3rd and 14. They're gonna be at their 30, or the Niners 30. All right, 3rd and 14. They need to get to the 16-yard line here. All right, Darnold is out of the shotgun, and it's a screen to Walker, and Walker just gets buried after a gain of 2. All right, so it's going to be 4th down and 12. 4th and 13, so a gain of 1. Mm, who's that? Bobo. Bobo just did not make his block. Bobo missed his block. Yeah, he is a good QB. So we had a 47-yard kick attempt. The kick is away, and it's no good. It's wide right. Myers, who has been deadly this year. Myers had made 18 straight prior to that. All right, it's still 7-0. I don't like that. Yep, not really. Not too much of a fan of that. What? Interesting. Oh, it looks like my son is sleeping, and my daughter is getting tucked into bed now. Nice. All right. So, a little bit of a recap. We are a quarter into the game. Seattle up by 7. Seattle looks like the better team. They absolutely look like the better team here. So, but we need to do a little bit more. I can't believe that Myers missed that. Oh, don't forget about Barner, our tight end. But yeah, I mean that is the game plan. All right, Purdy out of the shotgun, throws it to Kittle, who gets about 5 yards, and that's looking like the best play. So it was a 6 yard pass, which I think is the longest play by the Niners. All right, so it's going to be a 2nd and 4. Got Purdy out of the shotgun, man in motion. It's going to be a pass to Charbonnet, or Charbonnet, CMC, who gets, I think it was a 10-yard gain. And this is what I was worried about. So Seattle's been owning the Niners offense, and Seattle's offense needed to just put on some points because it should be 10-0 right now. So it should be 2 scores. So this is probably where the Niners are going to come back and score. So we got to be careful. All right, and it's going to be a pass to Jennings, who's going to get thrown out of bounds for a loss of 1. So Reek Woolen on the coverage there. Beautiful tackle, beautiful coverage. So it's going to be a loss of 1. So it'll be 2nd and 11 after the completion. All right, 2nd and 11 at midfield. Purdy's passing out of the shotgun. The throw and incomplete by Jennings, and Jennings is hurt. Oh no, he's hurt. He landed so bad on his shoulder. He's up on his own. No, I think it might just be a stinger. He's going to the sideline. Drake Thomas, man, he grabbed Jennings and just put him in the dirt. I mean, that was a bang bang play. Beautiful coverage. Jennings, he's wincing in pain on the sideline right now. Oof. I don't like seeing injuries. I don't care who it is. Don't like seeing them. 3rd and 11 at midfield. You got Purdy alone in the backfield. McCaffrey's lined up to the left like a tight end. Purdy under pressure. He's running. He's getting to the outside. He reaches, but he's going to be about 2 yards short. So they're marking it actually 1. So it'll be 4th and 1. I think they're keeping them out there. It looks like Jennings is back. Jennings is back out on the field, so he's okay. Well, he's probably sore, but he's not hurt. Like, so that's good. All right, 4th and 1, and they are going for it. Oh, there's a challenge flag thrown by Mike McDonald. Wait, McDonald threw the challenge flag. No, he threw the challenge flag. It was weird. He threw the challenge flag and then immediately started calling timeout. I've never seen that before. I mean, Purdy was actually out of bounds 2.5 yards shy of the first down. Oh, Jesus. This is such a weird, so complex. So it's 4th and 1. Purdy is under lots of pressure, and it's incomplete. Seahawks stop the 4th and 1. Beautiful. That was a very weird sequence of events. Woolen was trying to get that INT right there. Just a half step too slow. All right, sorry about that, Barry, man. I was locked in right there. So always a Bears fan, but a Niners fan growing up because of Rice, Montana, Young, and Lott. Yeah, I can't be against that. They were all incredible players. When they got rid of Rice, that was the last straw. So I'm probably a little young to know the drama that went around with getting rid of Jerry Rice, but I know that Rice went to Seattle. Was it Rice or am I thinking of someone else? Yes, yes, he did. Yeah, so he did go to Seattle for a little bit. Um, Complete joy to watch. I'm sure he was. So Rice retired in 2005. I started really watching football 2006, 2007. Yeah, '06. I started really watching football. So right after he retired. Yeah. Oh yeah, we had that conversation. The year I became a Seahawks fan is the year you did that. Oh man. All right, so Seattle came up with another stop. Seattle's defense came up with yet another stop. Hell yeah, guys. I gotta take a look at. I've got a YouTube short that I posted, and that sucker's got five. It just hit 5,000 views. Hell yeah, that's looking good. That's the best short I've had in a while. Seattle's had 150 yards. The Niners have had 39. Wow. All right. 1st and 10 at 39-yard line. Darnold's going to throw. He lets it fly, and it's JSN. And that looks like a 20-yard gain. Man, I know I tell you all the time I appreciate you being here, but I truly mean that because honestly, man, you make me better because it's someone to talk to, it's more to talk about. It's a lot easier to talk to somebody than it is to talk to myself and come up with this stuff. All right, first and 10, run to Charbonnet, and he's only going to get about a yard and a half, maybe two. All right. And Sam Darnold is the fifth QB in NFL history to win 13 games in two straight seasons. Rodgers, Favre, Brady, and Peyton Manning are the other four. Anytime, man. And I genuinely mean it. All right. So we got a second down right now. Shaheed in motion. Hand off to Walker, who comes up the middle, and he puts his shoulder down for a gain of looks like four. That's some incredibly good company. And if Darnold wins 14 games, and that'll be two seasons in a row winning 14 games. I don't know who else is in that category. I used to love Rodgers. The last 3 years I could do without. He should have just ended it in Green Bay. All right, third and four. Out of the shotgun. Darnold. Oh, he's going to be pressured. And he's running for the first down. He slides. Is that a flag? It wasn't a clean slide. He rolled. And that is a 5 yard run by Sam Darnold. 5 yard scramble by Sam Darnold. Another first down. We'll take it. That's like 13 or 14 of those so far. Ooh, Niner down on the ground. Medical staff is tending to him. He's far in the backfield. He's grabbing his ankle. Not good. Ankles are a son of a bitch. That was a dumb commercial. Sorry, got lost in that commercial, and that was horrible. Yeah, that was gross. All right. So again, like I said, so Seattle's really owned this game. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. That's odd. Hold on. Yeah, man, I did mute. I had a friend call me, so I'm gonna get off the phone with him shortly. All right, I apologize for that. I should be back. Yep. All right. I got a phone call from a good friend of mine, and I haven't talked to in a long time, and it worries me when I get those phone calls that haven't been around for a minute. Um, so I just want to make sure everything was okay. But he just wanted to shoot the shit and talk football with me. He's a couple minutes from his house and was kind of falling asleep, and then remembered that the Seahawks are playing tonight and wanted an update. I should have. He's a little older, or I would have sent him the stream. But we are back. I apologize for the delay. Seattle with the 10-point two score game. Uh, Excuse me. All right. Interesting. Interesting evening. I'm liking it. We're looking good. We are looking good. So let's do a little stat check at the moment. We have hold on. Darnold is 8 for 10, 80% completion rating for 84 yards. Yeah, Barry, sorry about that. I had a friend call me, and I don't talk to him often, and when I get phone calls like that randomly, I get a little concerned, so I really wanted to just answer that quick. He was driving home and was kind of falling asleep and wanted an update on the game. So I just gave him that real quick, but I had to mute because I never know what he's going to say. All right, 10-point game. Myers kicks it, and it's a dirty ball. Oh no, it's out of bounds. Yeah, no worries, man. All right, so the ball's going to be at the 40-yard line. Yeah, that was ugly. What's that? Yeah, I am too. All right. Ooh, Purdy under pressure. Yeah. And the play is made by Eamon Wari. This dude is a freaking force to be reckoned with. Oh man, I love this dude. He is. So it was a loss of like 4 or 5. I think it's a loss of 5. All right, Purdy. Throw and a big hit. Throw to McCaffrey. McCaffrey got like 3 yards. Witherspoon right there for the big time play. It's going to be third and long. It'll be third and 10. Oof, beautiful. Gotta love it. Third and 10 at their own 39. Got a man in motion. Purdy out of the shotgun. It's going to be a pass. And Purdy's under pressure. He dodges it. He's rolling. He's passing. And it is caught by Jennings for a first down. He's out of bounds after 13 yards. All right. I hear boos and I don't know why. Oh, so close to grabbing him for a sack right there. Oh, that was so close. All right. And handoff to Robinson, who gets about 5 yards. That's his first touch of the night. They're calling it a gain of 6. All right. Getting down to the end right here. Second quarter. 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. In the half. Seattle has 193 yards. San Francisco has 57. Second and 4. Oh man, Kittle gets the first down. 6 yards. Purdy was under pressure. Nobody blocked him, and he was able to just barely dump it off. Kittle had to come back for it, and then made a man miss, and got I think about 5, 6 yards. It was Lawrence too. All right, first and 10. Seattle's 37. Purdy's in the shotgun with McCaffrey to his right. Oh, and there looks to be a timeout. Nope, 2 minute warning. All right, 10-0 Seattle. 2 minute warning. Half is almost over. My wife's having difficulty putting my son down to sleep. Does not like to go to bed for her. I don't know why. It's odd. Yeah, definitely better. Oh man, that tea did nothing to quench my thirst. Oh man, Seattle can hold the Niners. So yeah, he wants to stay up and watch the game. He's like a year old. That little bugger can go to bed. Um, so the Niners have possession right now, 2 minutes to go, and then they get the possession to start the third. If the Niners can somehow stop, um, or yeah, Niners. If Seattle can stop the Niners, at least one of those two possessions, I'm gonna feel pretty damn good. And if they can hold them to just a field goal within those two possessions, big thumbs up. That's fair, man. You know what's funny is so my family, we're all just absolutely screwed. We have a fan in my family for damn near every team. My wife doesn't watch football though, she doesn't really care for it. Her family are all Steelers fans. Like pretty much 90% of them are Steelers fans. So they want, my daughter, my son to be Steelers fans, and obviously big Seahawks fan. Um, you know what? I haven't done this, but I really don't care. Let me there. Okay, so now you can see everything behind me. I've got Lockett, Hasselbeck, that's my PC, Smith and Jigba. Oh, come back. So I've got like my whole area here is autographs, including the one behind my head. That's Sean Alexander and Matt Hasselbeck. And then on the wall, I also have Steve Largent, Richard Sherman, Byron Maxwell, Boykin, and Mafe, I believe. So I've got quite a bit. All right, and McCaffrey gets 2, maybe 3 yards. And then I also have Cam Chancellor, Russell Wilson, and DK Metcalf upstairs. So I've got a lot of memorabilia for Seattle, but I don't push for my kids to be a fan of whatever because I was never pushed to be a fan of whatever. And I found Seattle on my own. So I want my kids to find their team on their own because I feel like it's more meaningful. Nobody in my family is a Seahawks fan but me. All right, Purdy hands it off, and it's a double flea flicker to Purdy to pass to McCaffrey and knocked out of bounds after a gain of 5. So that was weird. It was a pitch to McCaffrey. McCaffrey pitches it back to someone else. That someone else pitched it back to Purdy, and then Purdy threw it to McCaffrey, and it was only a 5-yard gain. Game worn memorabilia. I wish I could get that. That is incredible. I also have a Bobby Wagner helmet and a Sean Alexander helmet and a Kenneth Walker helmet. All right, Purdy in the backfield. He's under pressure. He's looking to escape, and he gets tripped up. Is that going to be a sack? Is Uchenna and Wosu tripped him up? It's going down as a sack. That's second sack. The offense is staying out there. It'll be 4th and 3. Nice, nice defense. So it'll be 4th and 3, and it looks like the Niners offense is staying out there, which I don't understand. I think they're in field goal range. Your father, Bears, Bulls, and Cubs. Ouch, dude. I mean, the Bulls, they had a tear. Cubs did too, but that was a long time ago. It's like a insufferable. At least, see, if I let my kids pick their own, then it's their fault if their team sucks. Like, their suffering is their fault. That's how I look at that. Okay, so it is going to be a field goal attempt. It's a 48-yard attempt. And the kick is up, and it's good. So it's not going to be a goose egg for the Niners. It is 10-3. However, there are 66 seconds left. That's funny. It sounds like you had a good dad. It's awesome. And if you became a Packers fan, I don't even know if he would have put you up for adoption. He would have just dropped your ass off at the firehouse. Here to drop your ass off in one of those little red cubbies at the firehouse or the orange cubbies at the firehouse. Never looked back. Oh, that's awesome. All right. So there's a minute and 6 seconds left in the half. All right, the kick is away, and it's being brought out by Shaheed. He's at the 20. He's at the 30. Gets it to the 35-yard line. So that was good, good coverage on the kickoff return. D. Winters is a linebacker for the Niners, and he's got an ankle injury. He's headed back to the locker room right now. I hate seeing that. He's walking back, which is good, but questionable to return. All right, so 60 seconds left, no timeouts. This is what people are made of, right? Let's go, Sammy D. All right, out of this shotgun, Charbonnet to his right takes a snap. It's going to be a pass. Darnold is going down. All right, that's rough. It's not how we wanted to see that. They might just end it here, honestly. They may just take a knee. Mm, mm. Don't love to see that. All right, Darnold's back to pass again. He dumps it off to Barner. Nah, that's probably the end. What are they doing? No, just nope. Okay, that's halftime. Weird chain of events at the end right there. But that is halftime. So we're going into the half at 10-3. Interesting. Going into halftime, Seattle is up 10-3. Do some stat reading, shall we? So, Brock Purdy is 10 of 13 for 47 yards, averaging 3.6 per attempt, 2 sacks for a loss of 1 yard, and a quarterback rating of 81.3. Sam Darnold is also 10 for 13 for 98 yards, averaging 7.5 per attempt, 2 sacks for a loss of 17 with a 97.6 rating. Zach Charbonnet is the leading rusher for Seattle. 9 carries, 60 yards, 6.7 average, 1 touchdown, long of 27. Kenneth Walker is 9 carries as well for 50 yards, 5.6 average, no touchdowns, long of 20. Sam Darnold has 1 carry for 5 yards, average 5, no touchdowns, long 5. So the team has 19 carries, 115 yards, 6.1 per carry, and a touchdown with a long of 27. The Niners leading rusher. Wow. I mean, I knew that Seattle's been dominant, but wow. The Niners rushing, leading rusher is Brock Purdy. 1 carry for 10 yards. Christian McCaffrey, 3 carries for 7 yards. 2.3 an average. Long of 3. His longest run is 3 yards. Brian Robinson, 1 carry for 6 yards. Their team has a total of 23 rushing yards on 5 attempts with a long of 10. They're locking the team up, bro. Their best receiver has 19 yards on 3 receptions. That I mean, the score doesn't look it, which sucks, right? So the score looks like both teams are even. I mean, you're one touchdown away. The Niners are going to get the ball to start the third. So, I mean, so go to receiving. Hey, Scepter, welcome in. I appreciate that. And I'm very interested to see who comes out of this. Obviously, you know who I'm rooting for. I'm just going over some stats right now, and the stats read like Seattle's blowing the Niners out of the water, but the game is 10-3. I'm just getting to the receiving stats, and as far as receptions go, one second, I gotta fix my activity screen. Don't want to miss anybody that wants to subscribe. All right, so San Francisco for receiving, Juwan Jennings, leading receiver, 3 receptions for 19 yards, 5 targets. Christian McCaffrey, 3 receptions for 18 yards, 3 targets. Kyle Juszczyk, the fullback, 1 reception, 5 yards for 2 targets. And George Kittle, 3 receptions, 5 yards, 3 targets. They're locking. I mean, they have 10 receptions, 13 attempts, 47 yards. They, Seattle's defense is locking up. I mean, you've got 47 yards of receiving and 23 yards of rushing. You've got 70 yards of offense and a half. They're locking them up. Seattle's receiving. JSN is your leading receiver, 4 receptions on 5 targets for 52 yards. You've got Kenneth Walker, 2 receptions on 2 targets for 21 yards. AJ Barner, 2 receptions, 2 targets, 14 yards. Eric Saubert, 1 reception, 1 target, 9 yards. Rashid Shaheed, 1 reception, 1 target, 2 yards. Cup and Zach Charbonnet both have 1 target each, no reception. And they are 10 receptions for 98 yards. And then they have 19 carries for 115. So Seattle has, I mean, if you look at the box score, it's Seattle has, where's their total yards? I want to see total yards. 196 total yards to Niners 69 total yards. So like I said, the stats are Seattle owns this shit, but neither team has a turnover. So Ayuk, I know you've probably seen the video of him speeding past the facility. I haven't seen and heard anything since then. I hope for the best for him, but I have no idea what's going on with him. Um, so time of possession. Seattle's had the ball. Keep in mind, there's only been 30 minutes of game time. Um, 30 minutes of game time. Seattle has 19 minutes 20 seconds time of possession. San Francisco has 10:40. So it's almost double for Seattle. And Broncos fan from Oregon, huh? Oregon. I'm all the way on the East Coast. I am a Seahawks fan from Pennsylvania. So go figure. Originally from New York, so I guess I was a Seahawks fan from New York first. And a Seahawks Broncos Super Bowl, I don't know if I'd want to relive that. I'm very happy with how it turned out, but for anybody that wasn't a Seahawks fan, it was a very disappointing game because it wasn't much of one. What was that, 43-8? So, and I like Knicks. No, I genuinely like Knicks. I actually drafted him in my fantasy league this year. Um, I really do like Knicks. I do wish he had more weapons. Like Cortland Sutton is nice. You know, he's obviously a good wide receiver. I wouldn't say he's like wide receiver one, right? I know he is on the team, but I would say he is a beautiful wide receiver too. Um, and then you got what, Troy Franklin. And Franklin, he put up some numbers this year. He did well. But I don't know if I trust the Broncos offense going through the playoffs. So like you said, a 3-3 Super Bowl. And don't get me wrong, I am not talking smack on the Broncos because I don't know if Seattle, if I trust them to get through. Murder Nova, no, we're not here for the Niners. Not at all. But why do you need them to win? Is it a parlay? Is it your team? Or is it fantasy related? No, your guys' defense is nice. I do like the Broncos defense. I mean, Pat Surtain is just he's elite. I love Surtain. I love watching him. His highlights, his film. It's just Surtain is just he's great, man. There's no can't say anything less about him. Ooh, that's rough. I commissioned a fantasy team for the first time this year. Um, you're a Niners fan, man. It's all good. I was commissioner for a fantasy team for the first time this year. And if you want to see any of the videos I did, my draft, anything like that, you could go over to my YouTube. But I ended up going to the championship, but I had the championship last week. So that way nobody had to worry about the sitting and all that nonsense that comes with resting players or nothing to play for, or I don't know, if you had freaking like me and you had Bowers, so you didn't have to worry about any of that crap. But I wish you the best in your fantasy, but I don't wish you the best for this game. No, it was nice. We were only a 10-man league. I mean, Barry, you watched a lot of it. We were a 10-man league, and we had six playoff teams. So that way, first and second seed got a bye, and then week one, first and second seed got a bye, and then three and six played, and four and five played. So yeah, much love, man. I appreciate you coming in here. That's incredible. Niners fan actually being nice, man. It's weird. I don't know how I feel. Um, yeah, sitting players really, really screws you up. I mean, I had it happen to me last year. So I've only done fantasy. This is my third year. This and first year I ended up winning. Second year I came in like fourth, and then this year I came in second. But last year really, really screwed me in the playoffs when they were sitting people. But and of course this year is what screwed me is I traded Bijan for frickin' CD Lamb and Ashton Genty. Bullshit. Yeah, yeah, Scepter, you're not kidding there. All right. So according to ESPN, halftime's over in 30 seconds. So we'll have to see what happens. But this is going to be a big drive. So the Niners were able to get three, and then they were able to get to Darnold and sack him right before the half. So we're going to come back into this. Niners are going to get the ball to start the second half, which is something we don't see a lot in these Seahawk games. Seattle, whenever they win a toss, it's always defense on the field first. They always get the ball to start the third. So I'm guessing that the Niners won the toss, knew that that's how Seattle liked to play, and that's why Seattle got the ball to start the first quarter. So they just wanted to throw them out of rhythm, would be my assumption there. And the Chargers just don't have a good office. And honestly, obviously biased, Seahawks, I'm biased. But if you really break down good offices, don't think it gets much better than Seattle. John Snyder, the drafts they've had with him since 2012? Are you kidding me? I mean, we get quality. I can honestly say we've probably had more hits than misses since Schneider's been in. Yeah, Barry, that was BS, man. Of course, I trade Bijan away because he had a couple bad weeks, and I'm like, okay, CD looks good, Genty looks good, and I thought it was a good call. And then, of course, the only person I went 13 and 1 during the fantasy season, the only person that beats me is the person I meet in the championship, and they beat me again. Buzzsaws are a lot of fun to watch. I mean, you know, Chancellor, like, hmm I know. Chancellor, Thomas, I mean, freaking Sherman, Wagner, KJ Wright. Yeah, Dave. And I was actually saying earlier in this stream, Seattle's been knocking around these guys. They've been knocking around these Niners. So that's been a big, big hits, man. It's been great to watch. Clean hits, which is even better. But yeah, that's so unfortunate. Rivers and Tomlinson, they were incredible, and Chargers just wasted their careers. It's kind of like the Lions with Megatron, right? All right, the kick is away, and he muffs it. He's still muffing it at the 5 yard line, and the Seahawks stop him at the 12, and he is. All right, just gotta make sure that my headset's back. Yeah, okay, my headset turned itself off for some reason. So that was an interesting fielding. So it's 1st and 10 at the 12. Purdy hands it off to McCaffrey, who's going to shoot it up the gut and get about 4. So I think 5 yards. So that's his best run of the game. Yeah, I didn't mute. My headset turned itself off. I thought it died, but it just timed out. I don't know. That was weird. Oh, that's why. It'll turn off after a period of time without noise coming to it. I was just talking, so it wasn't counting it. That was weird. I muted my game while talking to you guys for halftime. All right, McCaffrey gets it again. Who gets met at the line to gain and gets 1 yard. So it's going to be a 3rd down and 4 after a gain of 1 for McCaffrey. I don't know. 3rd and 4, guys. If we can get a 3 and out right here, oh, if we can get a 3 and out right here, that would be great. All right, Purdy out of the shotgun looking to pass. He gets the ball away at the end of the. Ooh, catch is made by Marcus Robinson. Completion of 13 yards, so it is a 1st down. I don't think you willed it fast enough, Barry. It's all good, though. No, that was just Josh Jobe got a little beat on that. It's okay. All right, Purdy back to pass again. He throws through the middle for McCaffrey. McCaffrey does catch it, but gets nothing after the catch, but it's still a gain of 8. So Drake Thomas was all over him. McCaffrey's going to the sideline, but I do not think it's anything bad. He's just out for for a play, for a drink or something, catching his breath after that play. All right, so it is 2nd and 3. The Niners are making some moves. They're at their own 38, and oh, he's got Kittle, who got a 1st down, but only gets about 5 yards. So I don't know what that was. You had two Seahawks who were just clear line of sight on Purdy, and they just waited for him to throw it and tried to bat it down, but Purdy got it over their heads. And Kittle was out to the left for a gain of 5 there. So Kittle now has 4 targets, 4 receptions for 9 yards, and Purdy is 13 to 16 for 71. All right, we got first and 10 at their own 42. You got Purdy out of the shotgun and hands it off to Robinson, who gets met at the line to gain and pushes forward for about 3 yards. It's going to be second and 7. The announcers are calling this a heavyweight fight, too. They're talking about the hits that players are taking tonight. All right, Purdy is under center for second and 7 at their own 45. Jennings out to the left, and it looks like you got Robinson in the backfield. Purdy fakes a handoff, and he's under pressure, and he is sacked. He is sacked, and that is Jaron Reed. Year number 10 for Jaron Reed, and he gets a big sack there for a loss of 7. Beautiful sack by Seattle right there. So now we're going to have a third and long for the Niners. I enjoy the Hawks and Niners game. What I don't like is out of the last 8 matchups, the Niners have won 7. All right, third and 13. Purdy's back to pass. He gets nailed. Incomplete pass. Purdy got absolutely walloped there. Fourth and 13. And they are going to punt away at their own, what is that, 38, 39? So Seattle rushed 5. Okay, so it looked, who was it? It was Emin Worry with the hit. And it was a good initial contact, but it wasn't as brutal as I thought it was. So the punt's away. You've got Shaheed who gets it at the 18. He's trying to find something. He gets to the right. He's out to the 30. He's to the 35. Okay. He good return there. He got to the 37-yard return. 37-yard line. He got a 20-yard return. Shaheed's dangerous. I'd love to see him more in the passing game because he, as we saw with the Saints, yeah, as we saw with the Saints, he was such a deep threat. He blows the top off defenses. He absolutely, if you're on your heels and you're a safety, he's behind you before you even realize what's going on. He's behind you, your neck snaps seeing how fast this dude runs past you. And we haven't done that with him yet. I think he has 3 touchdowns. One of them's a receiving touchdown, 2 of them are returns. I mean, he's done work. I could be wrong. I think he might only have the the punt return and the kick return. Yeah, he willed it into existence. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. And I don't even want to say the A word, but I haven't seen a lot of extraterrestrials running around tonight. So we haven't seen any of those, which is good. The Niners have seen them. Oh man. All right, so Seattle's going to get the ball back at it looks like the 37-yard line. All right, I'm liking this so far, guys. I'm liking this so far. That's a very Hey, you know what? I kind of willed that into existence. At the 2-minute warning before the half, I even said if Seattle can hold San Fran in the possession to end the half and the possession to start the half to only 3 points, will be in good shape. Because that's important. The Niners had 2 possessions, and Seattle hasn't had one yet. So or they did. Sorry, Darnold got sacked. Minute left. So I've never considered myself a good, like very knowledgeable in sports, right? Like 3, 4 years ago, I could have never sat here, talked to a camera, and gone over all these stats and all these probabilities. But fantasy has helped me so much get into football as a whole. Obviously, I'm a Seahawks fan. I'm rooting for the Seahawks all the time. But fantasy has made me a football fan. All right, at the 37, Darnold's under center. It's going to be a pass. He dumps it off to Walker for a 2.5, maybe 3 yard gain. Oh, yeah, if Seattle could put up another touchdown, you're up by 2 touchdowns. That would be incredible. 10 minutes left in the third. So we'll see. It's 2nd and 8. JSN's on the sideline. So Darnold, it's at the 39. Darnold's out of the shotgun. Shaheed is in motion. There's the snap. He dumps it off to Walker. Walker is going to get a first down, and he gets knocked out of bounds about 6 yards after the first down, a gain of 14. So we're going to have a 1st and 10 at about midfield. That was a good play. So Abraham Lucas got beat by his man, but Darnold was able to stay cool and dump it to Walker. He was barely able to get it to him. Beautiful. That was a good play. So we're going to have a 1st and 10 here at San Fran's 48. Darnold is under center. You got Oots followed by Walker in the backfield. And it's a pitch to Walker. He's got a blocker, but he's going to get. Oh, he's bouncing off people for a gain of 7. Beautiful run right there. Nice gain of 7 yards. Man, it's funny, and that's what I mean, kind of being a football fan. Like, I find myself rooting for teams just to put Seattle in a better position. When Seattle traded all those picks, or got all those picks rather, from the Broncos, I was rooting on anybody that was playing the Broncos. Or no, I was rooting on the Broncos to have a better year for Seattle to or a worse year. Yeah. Ooh, Walker gets stuffed at the line after yeah, at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 2. Absolutely. Your perspective can absolutely change. Ooh, Josh Josh Jones, the left tackle, he's already a backup starting for Charles Cross, who's out tonight. He's down. That's not good. What happened here? He get rolled up on? He did. E. Okay, so it doesn't look brutal. They'll probably tape him up and get him back out there. It was a slight little, you get your ankle turned a little bit. Um, so yes, as I was trying to explain, but I was wrong because I'm stuttering. Uh, when Seattle got those picks from the Broncos, I was rooting for everybody playing the Broncos because I wanted those picks to be as close to number one as possible. And the year that Seattle had Russ, the first year, I mean, it was god awful. God awful. That's why we got the team we got right now, trading Russ away. As much as I loved Russ for what he did for our franchise, giving us our one and only Super Bowl, taking us to 2 Super Bowls, I was nervous when we traded him away, but obviously you look at us now. It was a good call. Moving on from Pete Carroll hurt too. Man, and it's so funny. Like, I don't want to get too cliche, but everything happens for a reason, right? And you stumbling across my stream being the only person in it. Hell, you've been here. Russ did get weird, man. I feel like honest. Okay, so here's actually a pretty good take. I think this is a good take. Russ was always weird, but it was okay, or it was just kind of dealt with, and it was just it is who he is when he was winning. When he stopped winning, it got weird. And that's my take on that. I think he was always weird, but it got acknowledged when he was losing. Because when you're winning, nobody gives a crap. When you're winning, it doesn't matter. Yeah, this seems like a long. Oh, look at that. I was like, this is a long injury timeout. What's going on? All right, so it is 3rd and 2. Amari Knight takes the position for Josh Jones, and this guy just got signed up from the practice squad. All right, so at the 40-yard line of the Niners, it is 3rd and 2. Darnold is under center with Zach Charbonnet in the backfield. They're going to hand it to Charbonnet. It is a handoff to Charbonnet, he's got to miss tackles, and he goes for a loss of 5. Not good there. And you're going to have to punt here. The announcers literally just said nobody makes this tackle on Charbonnet in the open field. If Charbonnet just stepped over that frickin' hand, he was gone for 45-yard touchdown. All right, the punt, it's up. Fair catch called for at the 8-yard line. Seattle's missing these damn opportunities. So that Lenore guy, his first name's Diamador. It's interesting. No, that dude, spot on. I was actually, it's funny because I feel the exact same way. When Caleb came into the league, I'm not even a Bears fan. I just looked at him and I was like, what the hell? What the fuck? What is this fucking creep doing? Um, the painted fingernails is just not what we're used to seeing in football players, right? And I don't want to get too into that on stream, but like, it's just not normal to us. And yeah, it was definitely a what the fuck moment. But him winning, what, 12 games this year? It's like, all right, what color are they going to be next week? you know? But, oh man, I mean, you could keep going on. I mean, look at all the players that were weird players, but because they ran, or because they won, it was like, who cares? Because they were that great. Like, who cares? Look, Antonio Brown. Dude's a lunatic. But when he was excellent, nobody cared about him. Like nobody cared about his mental state when he was going off for 150 plus yard receiving games. Or more recently, Ayuk. The only thing I think that all of NFL fans can agree on and teams can agree on is Deshaun Watson and Colin Kaepernick. There's no coming back for either of their careers. Oh, so here's a question for you, Barry. So this one's interesting to me, right? So Philip Rivers came back to try to get the Colts into the playoffs and to try to keep that hope alive, right? And I loved it. Everybody loved it, right? Nobody was against it. It was like, what the hell? Everybody was surprised. But Yeah, that hit from Perfect, absolutely. So Philip Rivers, or would you have rather seen um I'm drawing a blank. So McCaffrey ran it for 3 yards. Second and 7 will be next. What's that dude's name? He was the Panthers QB. I can't think of his name. Cam Newton. Would you rather have seen Cam Newton come back and play for the Colts? All right, we got a second and 7. Purdy is out of the shotgun. It's at the 12-yard line. All right, the pass. It's caught by McCaffrey for a gain of 5. So it'll be third and 2. No, you didn't want to see Cam? I I loved seeing Rivers, but I wonder if Cam would have been a better quarterback. I'm not a huge fan of him either. I'm not really saying that you would have liked to see him because you like him, but do you think he would have performed better than Rivers did? All right, we got a big third down right here. Third and 2 at the 18, 17. Purdy's dropping back for a pass. The pass is away. It's caught. And you've got Witherspoon right there. Forward progress is going to be 1 yard shy at their 19. And the punt team is coming on. Ooh. Seattle's defense is cooking. So Robinson caught the ball, but Witherspoon was right on him. Robinson had to jump for it, which really messed it up. But Witherspoon was right there. It's a whole yard shy. All right, so the punt team is on. It's a fourth and 1. All right, the snap, the kick. Shaheed is going to fair catch it at the 31 and a half, almost 32-yard line. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, that's a good point. I forgot about that. Yeah, he just stood there, man. He watched the other team recover that, and he could have had it. He would have had it. So that's a good point. My view kind of changed on him then too. And then like my I don't like him now just because of how he is in the media. Always like, "Oh, you can't tell me there's 32 quarterbacks that are better than me right now." Like, man, it's you might be right, but probably not. I don't know. He's been out of the league for a while, so it's hard to determine stuff like that. I don't know if I would say delusional, but definitely egotistical and cocky. I mean, you know whose career that I saw end at the hands of Seattle that I would have loved to have seen longer was RG3. I did enjoy watching him play. Yeah, I agree. I think Cam could have played. Would he have outperformed Rivers? I think it's a coin toss. Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know. Hold on. I think Cam would have been better than Zach Wilson. I also think Cam would have been better than oh, what's that backup for the Vikings? The man, I know you're a Bears fan and you feel some type of way about Fields, but for some reason I like Fields. I like Justin Fields, man, and I can't put a finger on it. I don't know why, but like I feel like he's a Sam Darnold, bro. Honestly. I I think it might be team, man. I think I maybe he needs to develop more. I I don't know. I feel like he's not over yet. That's fair. Sporadic, yeah, he is. He has his spurts. Oh no! Oh, thank God. Thank God. Darnold got stepped on, I think, and went to go give the ball to Charbonnet, and the handoff was fumbled. Oh, he tripped on Sundell. Went to go hand the ball to Charbonnet. Charbonnet fumbled. Niners almost received it, and then Charbonnet was able to jump back on it. Thank God. All right, just take a breath. That was scary. Second and 17 now from their own 25. All right. Darnold's looking to pass. He throws it to Barner. Couldn't make the catch. It's going to be third and 17. The Niners defense is starting to cook. All right, the left tackle for Seattle, Josh Jones, is back out. They taped up his ankle. All right, third and 17 from their own 25. It's going to be a pitch to Walker. Walker's going to get. He's going to get a first freaking down. I will say 19-yard rush on third and 17. I have seen now in the last 3 weeks, third and 15 plus be runs, and they get it. Oh, John Lynch is up in the booth for the Niners, and he just goes, God damn it. All right, first and 10 from the 44, and it's a pass. Jackson Smith and Jigba making a hell of an adjustment. That would have been an interception. 19-yard gain. And Njigba goes up and gets it. If Njigba did not, so that catch was incredible. He had to go backwards to get that. If he didn't get that, there was a safety right behind him to catch that. All right, first and 10 at the Niners 37. Darnold is under center with Charbonnet in the backfield. Fakes a handoff. It's going to be a throw. He's looking deep. Oh, he dumps it off to Charbonnet, but he's got a little bit of room. He's going to stutter step. He stays in bounds, and it's a 12-yard gain. And we got another first down. I want to be loud, but my wife will kill me. All right. I want to make sure she hasn't messaged me to tell me to shut the fuck up yet. All right. Minute 58 left in the third. Is there players down, or was there a timeout called? There's a Niner down. So the last three plays for Seattle have been 19 yards, and then 12. Three plays, three first downs. We will take that. Tatum Bethume is down, and he needs medical attention. There's a minute 58 left in the third. It's a 7-point game. All right, they're just showing some highlights real quick. Getting down towards the end here, getting close to the fourth quarter. Seattle's been the better team tonight. Hands down, Seattle's been the better team, but they just have not been able to take advantage of certain things. All right, Darnold out of the shotgun with Charbonnet. No, JSN to his right, to his left now. All right, back for the pass. Throws it, it gets batted down. All right, so we're going to have a 2nd and 10. All right, so they are at the over, except no sacks. Take a breath. A field goal makes it a 2 possession game. 2nd and 10 at the 25. Darnold is in the shotgun with Charbonnet to his left. Barner in motion, hands it to Charbonnet. Charbonnet gets a yard and a half. So it is going to be 3rd and 9. Yeah, no, they absolutely cannot have Purdy within fighting chance. And right now, even a two-score game, I'm not 100% confident with. They need to do something. 3 points makes it a two-score game, so it's something. But 3rd and 9 at the 24. Do not take a sack here. Throw it away if you have to. All right, the pass. Where's the damn flag there? There's a flag. Thank God. Shaheed was damn near tackled. Pass interference on the defense. Spotted the foul. Automatic first down. So yeah, he's holding him. He is holding him the entire route, chest and back. He's just holding him. All right. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line. You got Darnold under center. Hands it off to Walker, who's going to get chased down, and he is a loss of 2.5. True. All right, so we're going to have a 2nd and 12. The clock is ticking. There's 30 seconds left in the third quarter. They will need to run at least one more play because there's 20 seconds on the play clock. 2nd and 12, you got Darnold under center. Oots and then Charbonnet. And Jigba in motion. It's a pass. It's a flick to Charbonnet, who's going to get a gain of maybe 5. It's going to be a 3rd and 7, and that is all she wrote for the third quarter. All right. Third quarter is over. It's 10-3. It's going to be a 3rd and 7. Seattle's driving. They are in the 15-yard line, I believe. All right. I am going to be right back. I need to take a leak. I'll be right back. All right. I'm back. We're back. Is my wife really? Wow. My son does not like to go to sleep for her. 10 o'clock and she's finally getting him in the crib. Maybe not. He's so restless. I don't get it. I do not understand it. He just does not go to sleep for her. I feel bad. She is an amazing woman though, because she lets me do this. I owe her one. Oh, no, no kid, man. I loved that photo because you see the water, you see, I mean, like, uh, God, what was his name? I forget. Vernon Davis. Yeah, like he was a big dude, and you see his arm is just like collapsed. His face is just wincing, and just all the water. Like it was a rainy game, but all right. 3rd and 7 at the 14-yard line. Darnold is in the shotgun. Charbonnet to his left. The snap. It's going to be a pass. Darnold's under pressure. He throws it to Saubert, who's only going to get a yard. So it's going to be 4th and 6. And it looks like they're going to bring the field goal unit out. This will make it a two-score game. With how well Seattle's defense has played, a two-score game makes this a really good lead. All right, 31-yard attempt. Snap, the hold, the kick. Oh, that looked so weird for a second. All right, and it is good. 13-3 Seattle. Yeah, at this point in the game, 100% that's the right call. So I'm okay with that. That was a good call. Seattle is up by 10. That's two scores. There's 14 minutes, 35 seconds left in the game. 14-15, sorry. And ESPN has win probability to Seattle 87.3%. The win probability for Seattle started at 52%, 52.1, and it went down to 52.5, and it's never been lower. And it was as high as 88.9, but right now it's 87.3. That's such a weird the ESPN win probability. I don't know. Look at that. Sam Darnold has 150 passing yards. You know what that means? He just got $500,000. He also needs 3 touchdowns for $500,000, which he's not going to get unless he absolutely lights up the fourth quarter. And he needs a better completion percentage than 67.5, and right now he's at 76.5. I think that's the other one for 500. So he's looking good. It is like the PFF ratings. All right. My wife asked me how long is left to the game. Told her probably 40 minutes. All right. Fielded at the 4. He's at the 20, the 25, and down at the 29-yard line. So the 49ers only have 5 first downs on offense. Yeah, no kidding. It's amazing how much these guys get paid, right? All right, so real quick, Seattle 49 plays, 269 yards. Niners 31 to 105, 17 first downs to 5, and 28 minutes to 18 minutes time possession. All right, at the 30, first and 10. Purdy is in the shotgun. He's got McCaffrey to his left. 14:09 to go. Purdy's by himself. He's being pressured. He's rolling to his right, and he is letting it fly. And he's got Kittle. It's Kittle for about 20 yards. And that is a big, big play. That is the biggest play of the Niners' night. Kittle tried to turn up the field, but he had too much momentum. He's not that agile. All right, so at the 50, first and 10, Purdy by himself, going to pass again. And, oh, it looks like he's going to run. Yes, he's running. He's able to get the first down. He gets about 11 yards. And now the Niners are inside Seattle's 40. All right. Seattle's D is a little bit on their heels right now. A couple good plays by the Niners. Purdy is 97 yards and 21 rushing yards. He's 16 for 20. All right, Purdy out of the shotgun. Fake the throw, give it to McCaffrey. McCaffrey's trying to make something happen, but he only gets 3 yards. This defense has not let McCaffrey do a damn thing tonight. He hasn't done receiving, he hasn't done rushing. Seattle knew they had to stop McCaffrey, and they are doing it. Oh no, you got Byron Murphy coming to the sideline, wincing a little bit. I don't know if that's fatigue or a pain wince. All right, 2nd and 6 from the 35. Purdy throws it to Robinson, and he gets 10 yards, another first down. So this is the first time the Niners have been inside Seattle's 30-yard line. And Juwan Jennings is on Seattle's sideline by himself, fighting the whole sideline. Go ahead, get heated up, throw a punch. I dare you. All right. First and 10 at the 25. Purdy is in the shotgun with McCaffrey to his right. Here's a snap. It's going to be a pass. Purdy throws it, and it's Jennings for about 15 yards. So we're going to have a first and goal now. Seattle's defense is on their heels. This is what I was getting concerned about. Like you said, Barry, man, they're too close. Can't keep Purdy in it. At the 9, first and goal. Purdy, shotgun, McCaffrey, up the middle, 3 yards. All right, it's going to be second and goal at the 6-yard line. 10 minutes, 40 seconds. Second and goal at closer to the 7. Purdy had the shotgun by himself. It's a throw. Caught and intercepted. It's picked off. It was yes, 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 yes. Drake Thomas for the interception. Got to be quiet. My kid just went to sleep. Yes. So Purdy threw it, and it. Who was that? Was that McCaffrey? It gets tipped by Mafe. McCaffrey went to go adjust to catch it, and it just literally handed it to Drake Thomas, and Thomas comes up with the interception. And Thomas is out of bounds at the 3, right? The 3 or the 2? Out of bounds at the 3. So this is going to be risky. Nice call on the strip sack. You should have just said turnover. First and 10 at the 3. Darnold is under center. And Charbonnet getting nowhere there. Maybe a yard. And it's loud again, calling for defense. Jesus. They just showed John Schneider in the booth, and he picked his arms up, and it's just sweat. All right. At the 4-yard line, 2nd and 9. Darnold's throwing, and it's thrown to JSN. Jackson Smith in Jigba for the first down. Looked like a 14-yard completion. Quiet excitement is so funny, dude. I have an idea for a YouTube short that I'm going to put up. I'm going to try to. And it's going to be cheering for your team with kids versus without. Because a couple weeks ago, nobody was at the house and I was loud. All right. 1st and 10. The handoff is to Charbonnet, who's going to get 2 yards. So they're winding down the clock. There's under 9 to go. Sam Darnold is the third QB in Seahawks history with 4,000 pass yards and 25 passing touchdowns in a season. Geno Smith, Russell Wilson, Sam Darnold. He's at 4,013 passing yards. Oh man, Seattle. Let's do it. Let's close it out. 2nd and 8 at the 19. Darnold out of the shotgun. JSN to his left. He's going to throw. He's running. He's got nowhere to go, so he's going to scramble for a gain of 5. You got some chippiness going on. So a gain of 5, the clock is still running. So it'll be 3rd and 2. Yeah, the screaming and cursing compared to the quiet and censored, absolutely. I mean, like I do curse a lot. I try to dumb that down a little bit, but it's just the military in me, man. Honestly. All right. Out of the shotgun. 3rd and 2. Darnold's looking to pass. Throw, and it's a catch. And it's Cooper Kupp with his first reception of the game. And an important one. 1st and 10. Ooh, another Niner goes down. Tatum, I don't want to say that wrong, but it sounded like they said buffoon. Buffoon. It is buffoon. And he's struggling on the ground right now. He's in some pain. God, I hate to see it. Oh man. 13-3. This game is so important. This game is basically first seed versus fifth seed, maybe sixth seed. This game is extra week of rest versus going on the road. This game is home field advantage through the playoffs. This game's important. So Seattle. Oof. All right. Seattle's going to have the ball first and 10 on their own 30 when we come back from the injury timeout. It does suck to see someone get injured, and admittedly, when I was younger, and I mean when I was fucking preteen, maybe early teen, um, I wouldn't say I would root for injuries, but when they happened, I wasn't upset unless it was my team. But now it's just like I just want people to be healthy, man. Especially because when injuries happen, it's always, oh well, you guys only won because yada yada got hurt, and it's like, I'm sorry, it's next man up. You can't use the injury excuse. I mean, maybe when it's a QB, if it's like a QB that carries the game, like Lamar Jackson. All right, first and 10 at the 30, 7:15 to go. Darnold under center, handoff to Walker. Walker on first down is going to get another first down, 12 yards, and we're going to be below 7 minutes to play. Seattle's win probability is up to 96.9. 6 minutes, 35 seconds left to go in the fourth. Darnold is under center, hands it off to Walker. Walker's cutting up, and another. No, he might be short a yard. It could be. No, they're giving it to him. Another first down. Darnold shaking off the ghosts. All right. Walker comes out. Charbonnet comes in. They just keep him fresh. I think that's really what it is. It's like hard to judge like, oh, who's better, Charbonnet or Walker? Each of them have their days, and both of them are having a day today. All right. Ooh, it's a throw by Darnold, who dumps it off to Charbonnet. Charbonnet is going to get about 6 yards. So this is Kenneth Walker has 15 carries for 97 yards, 6.5 average. Zach Charbonnet has 13 carries for 59 yards, 4.5 average with a touchdown. Receiving, Walker's 4 for 36 and Charbonnet's 3 for 23. They're both having days. All right, 2nd and 4. Darnold out of the shotgun, hands it to Charbonnet. Charbonnet is going to get a first down and more. Gets about 8 to 9 yards on the play, and we are below 5 minutes to play. Seattle has 173 yards rushing and 157 yards passing. Minus the sacks, it would be 174. All right, Darnold's on the move. He throws it. It was high incomplete. The Niners intercepted it, but out of bounds. JSN tipped it. It was a very high, yeah, out of bounds. So it looked a little bad there, but just calm down, guys. 4:23 left to go. All right. Hand off to Walker. Walker's only going to get to the line of scrimmage. We got 3rd and 10. Niners just called a timeout. That interception was absolute. That is what closed the game out. 100%. So first timeout taken by the Niners. Oof. All right. 3rd and 10. 4 minutes 12 seconds to go. Seattle has the lead 13-3. And they're showing Hawkmania, our most well-known Seahawk fan. Dude just travels everywhere for Seattle. All right, Darnold back to pass, looking like he's gonna run. Oh, he throws across his body, and it's Kupp, and Kupp inside the 15. 1st and 10, Seattle at the 13-yard line, and the Niners call another timeout. Beautiful. Oh man, I don't want to say it yet. Like it's basically all but sealed, and I just don't want to say it yet. 4 minutes, 2 seconds to go. 3rd down conversions, 6 for 11 for Seattle and 2 for 8 for the Niners. First and 10 at the 12-yard line. Darnold is under center. You got Oots followed by Charbonnet. The handoff to Charbonnet, who gets tripped up but falls forward for 3. And the final timeout taken by the Niners. 3:57. 3:57 to go. Seattle, the Niners are out of timeouts. And yeah, a touchdown will absolutely seal it. It would be 20-3, 17-point game. That's 3 scores. I would 100% seal it. A field goal, 16, you'd be up by 13, 2 touchdowns. Um, very, very improbable, but not impossible. We've seen some crazy stuff. This season has been nuts. But it's looking good. It's 13-3. We're at the 10, 2nd and 7. Darnold's under center with Oots followed by Charbonnet in the backfield. The handoff to Charbonnet. He gets met. Oh, but he spins out of it. And he gets down to about the 6-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 4. But now they can just let the clock run. So it's 3rd and 4. And by the time they snap the ball, it's going to be 3 minutes and 11 seconds. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, it's been a wild, wild season. But it looks like we're gonna get your revenge for you. All right, Charbonnet with the handoff. Get to the first down. Get to the first down. He's like half a yard shy of the first down. So it's gonna be fourth and inches. I say you go for it. And they are. This is drive up the score. Screw the Niners. Fourth and one. Oh, it's like a long fourth down. Fourth and 1.5. No, they're not going for it. No. All right, man. Delay a game. They just wanted to try to get the 5 yards. They wanted to get the first down there. So there's 2:24 left. San Fran has no timeouts left. Seattle looks like they're going to go with a field goal. The placement of the ball, it was it was really far. It was a yard and a half. I mean, it looked a lot closer when the play was happening, but where they placed it, it looked too far. All right. All right, the snap, the kick. He doinks it. He So the Myers has come into this game making 18 straight, and he's missed two tonight. And there wasn't wind on that one. This is the best kicker in the league. Still a two-score game. So the Niners have to go down, field goal or touchdown, and extra point. All right, first and 10. Purdy drops back. He gets hit. Incomplete. 2 minutes, 16 seconds left. Second and 10. All right, so he didn't get hit. His offensive line. Ooh, Purdy hit his thumb on the top of the helmet. All right, back to pass again. He dumps it off to McCaffrey, who just absolutely gets nowhere. Emin Worry, man, just flying. Gets 3 yards. So it'll be third and 6. It is the 2 minute warning. Oh yeah, if if Seattle gets the ball again, the game is over. Because they won't do three and out. They have to go for it. They're in go for it range. So there won't be three and outs. This is it. If Seattle touches the ball again, that's game. So, but I honestly think it's close to enough to say that now, but I don't want to say it yet. You could do it all by yourself. Their commercials playing Lil Jon. It's a Hyundai Palisade commercial, cranking Lil Jon. Snap your fingers. I'm cultured. Oh man. So let's see. Seattle has 182 rushing yards and 198 passing yards. They have held the Niners to 120, 173 yards. Yeah, I can't believe he missed two field goals this game. Two for four. Myers is. I have an idea of what that means. There's a couple interpretations to that. But given that we were both military, I think that I'm thinking what you're saying. Because I too have explored numerous cultures. All right, final 2 minutes. All right, 3rd and 6. Purdy, the throw, incomplete, no flags. It's 4th and 6. Josh Jobe with the deflection over Kittle. 4th and 6. If Seattle stops here, if Seattle stops right here, we are the first seed in the NFC. 4th and 6. Purdy out of the shotgun. McCaffrey to his left. He takes a snap. He gets absolutely slammed, and it's incomplete. And the Seahawks are the first seed in the NFC. Purdy's down though. Oh, come on, I want to celebrate. Don't do this. Purdy's hurt. He got he got hit at the hip and he got hit up high. Who was it? It was Derek Hall and Leonard Williams. Hall got him at the waist, Williams got him in his face. Oh, Hall actually got him mid back and Williams got to his chest. That's going to be the story of it. Friggin' Purdy a few plays ago smacked his thumb on a helmet and his nails bleeding. That's going to be the story. Purdy got hurt. Purdy got hurt. The Seahawks are the NFC first seed. The first seed in the NFC. We have a bye week. We have home field advantage. We won 14 games. Our over-under was 7.5. 7.5 was our over-under. We just won 14. 14. We won 14 and you gave us 7.5, Vegas. 7.5. Fucking pricks. 14 games this season. The most in the NFL. Could be tied for most, but right now we have the most. You had us fourth. How many people had us fourth in the division? We're first. We're first. Oh man. The first seed. Wow. A minute left. This is insane. Oh man. This is incredible. It was a weird game. It feels like, I mean, I'll read the stats off here real soon. There it is. The last knee. Victory formation. 30 seconds to go. Seattle Seahawks have clinched the NFC first seed and division title. That's the game. All right. I'm going to read off the stats because the stats make this game feel like the Niners never had a chance. I'll do it quick. So, everybody that's here, I appreciate you being here. Please stay. Let's go over these stats. Sam Darnold, 20 for 26 for 198, 7.6 average, 2 sacks for 17 yards, 97.9 rating. Brock Purdy, 19 for 27 for 127, 4.7 average, 1 interception, 3 sacks, 7 yards, 64.9 rating. Darnold, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Walker, Kenneth Walker, 16 carries, 97 yards, 6.1 average. Charbonnet, 17 carries, 74 yards, 4.4 average. Darnold, 6 carries, 9 yards, 1.5 average. Charbonnet also had a touchdown. Team, 39 carries, 180 yards, a touchdown, 4.6 average. Niners, CMC, 8 carries for 23 yards. CMC is arguably the greatest running back in the league, and he was just held to 23 rushing yards. Brock Purdy, 2 carries, 21 yards. Brian Robinson Jr., 2 carries, 9 yards. The team, 12 carries, 53 yards, average 4.4. The longest carry of the night for the Niners was 11. Receiving, JSN, 6 for 84, 8 targets. Walker, 4 for 36, 4 targets. Cup, 2 for 29, 3 targets. Charbonnet, 3 for 23, 4 targets. Barner, 2 for 14, 3 targets. Saubert, 2 for 10, 3 targets. Shaheed, 1 for 2 yards, 1 target. Team, 20 receptions, 198 yards. Niners, Juwan Jennings, 4 for 35. Their highest receiver was 35 yards. 35 yards. Um, McCaffrey, 6 for 34. McCaffrey, the receiving back of a lifetime, the running back of a lifetime, was held to 57 total yards of offense from McCaffrey. George Kittle, 5 for 29 on 7 targets. Demarcus Robinson, 3 for 24 on 4 targets. Juszczyk, 1 for 5 for 2 targets. And Kendrick Bourne, 0 receptions on 1 target. The team was 19 for 27 for 127. Darnold was credited with 1 fumble, but not lost because Charbonnet caught it or landed on it. I didn't know if they were going to make that a Darnold fumble or a Charbonnet fumble. So there you have it. Seattle Seahawks win this game. NFC West champions, NFC first seed, the bye. The Super Bowl goes through Seattle now. So, and they could be right here in the Super Bowl in a month. They could be right here again. All right, 13-3. So your Seattle Seahawks win. I'm sorry that the video for this. Do you mean it's like crazy as in jumping everywhere or like shaking? I don't know. Anyway, we're about to end it anyway. Um, that's a good point. At least I waited till the game is over. Um, yeah, I don't know what's going on. Stuff seems weird. But anyway, I don't really need to figure it out because this is the end of the stream anyway. Thank you all for coming in. Barry, I really appreciate you, brother. I hope you have a wonderful night and good luck to the Bears this weekend. Um, and I will catch you all in the next one. Thank you so much and have a wonderful evening. Kodiak out. Peace.